Welcome back to RealVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith, and I've got a property for you. This one is in Mendocino County, California. It's just a couple hours drive north of San Francisco in the Bay Area. It's got big redwood trees. I mean, the big ones. You can't even hug them kinds of trees. And this neighborhood was laid out of an old dude ranch, and it had some logging in the past, but they tried to protect the trees. And so they made this neighborhood with lots of nature, lots of community areas, trails and paths, and places to protect the trees that they nestled these lots into. So it's nature all over the place, lots of big redwoods, and they went infrastructure crazy. They built roads all over the place in this area. They made, I don't know, 4,000 lots or something, and maybe 1,500 of them have been built on. So the rest are up for sale, and they're continuously on the market, which keeps the price lower. So you can get Mendocino County, California for low price with a water line at the paved street in front of the property and a power line. This particular property will need a septic system, but other parts of this neighborhood that I've got for sale have sewer lines as well. And so you could look at a half dozen properties that I've got up for sale on ruralvacantland.com, and you could pick and choose which one you like. This particular one I'm talking about today is 0.43 acres, and it needs a septic, but it's got paved street, power line, water line, and it's ready to go. I mean, there's you can drive right up to it, get started. There's a little bit of community stuff and county stuff. I mean, it's $200 fee to get your plans past the community, and then the fees were. It sounded like it depends on the size of the house and the value of the house, but I think it's less than $1,000, $500, $700 kind of range when I was calculating to get your plans through the county. And it sounds like they have pretty quick turn times. Like you could probably have your plans, if you had your plans ready to go. You get it stamped by the neighborhood in probably about a week's timeline if it's a good plan. And then with the county, it sounded like 2 weeks talking to them. So pretty fast turn for California. And then you can tap into the water line, sewer, or not sewer, but the water line, and build a septic and build a house and have at it. So this one is ready to go. Let's dive into the computer, and I'll try to show you more about the property. So pulling up ruralvacantland.com, this is my website, and this property, I just lowered the price on it because I've had a couple in this neighborhood. I sold a bunch of them in the neighborhood, and I still got a bunch of them for sale. So I just lowered the price in this one to make it a little easier and more attractive. I'm asking $334 a month for 24 months. That's, the first payment, $334 that's like you're down. That gets you into the property. You can start working on it and doing the paperwork with the neighborhood and the county to go build on it right there with one payment. You'll make sure everything works and test it out and everything. You keep making the payments, you pay it off 24 months, then I'll deed it over into your name. So that just makes it really easy to go get into your first piece of land or your 100th piece of land or whatever it is without much risk. And I'm the one taking on the risk. I already own it. It's fine. I want somebody to go use it. Go make this thing happen. Better yet, make YouTube videos about it, put it all over YouTube. I might even sponsor you. Just go build a cabin, go build a house, go build your dreams. That's what the land's there for. No one else has done it yet. It's waiting for you. So I got a buy it now button on the website. If you want to go for it, there's the link on there. You can click on that. You can do it in your phone while you're standing there on the property, making sure you like it first. And you fill out your information, hit next, and you should be able to check out with your credit card, debit card, or banking account information, however you like more. And it'll automatically charge you every the same day of the month for 24 months. So I'm highlighting in here that the minimum square footage the neighborhood wants is 1,000 square foot. So if you go drive around the neighborhood, you can see other kinds of houses people have built. 1,000 square foot and up. 1,000 is not that big. I mean, if you're going to build a house, you might as well build a house. And here's the name of the guy. The local architect is Bob Axe, and he's the guy that you get the permission from the neighborhood, and he's available Thursday afternoons, every Thursday afternoon. He's got a phone number I put his phone number on the website, so you can call him, talk to him, and say, what do you really want for this neighborhood? And basically what he says is 1,000 square foot minimum, and just normal construction stuff that he can understand, and he'll sign off on it. Um, yeah, so 0.43 acres. Taxes are about just under $200 a year. This is owned already in one of the companies, a W Adventure LLC. I'll do the paperwork to sign it over to you when it's ready. When it's paid off. I mean, you could just pay it off and I'll sign it over quicker if you want, but if you want to do the payments, I'll sign it over after the payments are all paid. And you pay the taxes along the way. I make sure the taxes are paid up before it's, as soon as you're checking out, I'll make sure if there's any bills out there, I'll get them paid. Try to keep them paid, but they're not always paid right up to check out. But when you check out, I'll go pay them off, and then you get the future bills after that. So there's a couple pictures of things in the area. There's a post office. Post office isn't very far away. I mean, you could probably ride bike there if you wanted. There's some supplies. There's a school. There's gas stations. It's like 5-10 minutes down the hill a little bit into Willits is the town. And so supplies aren't very far away. They've got an organic food store, so like a specialty food store and regular food store. So if you are vegan or you like everything organic, or you got special food needs, there's a really specialty grocery store. Just you could probably get an electric bike and ride the bike down the hill to the store and back. Maybe get a basket on there to carry your groceries. That's the kind of thing I'd look into. You don't have to jump in the car all the time. You get some beautiful roads to travel on, big trees to look at. So the GPS coordinates are on here. Let's open that up, and that'll show us it on a map. If we open that up in our phone, it'll take us to driving directions. But if we do it in the computer, tablet, or something besides the phone, it should open up a map in Google Maps. And so this map shows, well, it's kind of behind my head on the screen. Let's move it over. It shows Willits here is a town, and Willits is, I don't know what size Willits is. I should know the population. It's not a big town. It's not a small town either. It's got all your supplies, main supplies of life. And as you go northwest of town, you get into Brook Trails. That's the name of the neighborhood this property is in. It's Brook Trails community. And you go up and you take the main road back out yonder around, not in the village or the lower parts. This is way out back. This is the back side of the neighborhood. There's a lot less people, a lot less traffic, a lot more trees, a lot more secluded, a lot more nature. So as we get back here, and no sewer line. So this road out here doesn't have the sewer line, but as you get down into the valley, it's got the sewer line. But it does have the water. So you get out here, and you turn down to Blue Road or Blue Lake Road or Blue something. Let's see if it comes up on the map. You can see there's a power line right across the street. Yeah, Blue Lake Road. There's Blue Lake Court, Blue Lake Place, Blue Lake all over the place. And these other people have built houses in here, and you can see what kind of houses they've built and stuff. You go drive around, take a look. I don't think any of them regret it. I mean, you could talk to them and ask, see if they have anything to say about it. But you turn up in here and turn down, and there's your property. A neighbor's got a driveway going, like a flagpole lot going back in behind it. And then you've got some trees here, and it looks like people like to cut the grass and branches and stuff for fire in the area. So it looks like he's cut the bush back a long ways, even back into your property. I think your property goes like this. So he's cut a bunch of brush and stuff back on your property to, for fire reasons. So it might be a nice place to live, build. You can build on the blank spot or build in the trees. Let's zoom out some more. So if we do San Francisco, let's do Willits first. See how far Willits is. Willits, California. So to get down to downtown Willits, 7.3 miles. It says 17 minutes. Google's calculating a slow drive, 7 miles, 17 minutes. I mean, I guess it's probably slow speed limits through there. Might as well ride a bike, right? And then let's go to San Francisco. Do San Francisco downtown and see what kind of drive it is from here to the Bay Area. So 15 minutes of that's basically just getting in and out of the neighborhood because you're so far back into the back corner of that neighborhood. It's saying 2 hours 47 minutes to downtown San Francisco. If you go out and around the back way, it's saying 4 hours. Um, but you know, there's always traffic concerns and stuff. Right now, it's in Petaluma, but yeah. So that's the drive from the Bay Area. It's a weekend drive. I mean, you could have a place up here on the weekend, shoot up there Friday night, come back Sunday evening, and go back to work in the Bay Area, and you could have a place up in the mountains for the weekend, vacations, summers, and stuff. Um, and then from here, I wanted to point out Fort Bragg too. So let's talk about Fort Bragg. I thought I had that turned off. Fort Bragg is not very far away, and I point out Fort Bragg because I like to go fishing, right? And so this is where I would go fishing. It's saying 42 miles, so I drag my boat through the mountains here. It's saying an hour. I mean, I drive more than that to go to different boat launches here in Southern California with traffic and some of the different routes that I take. But I could drag my boat down there. I mean, 15 minutes of that's just getting out of the neighborhood. Hour of it's going over the mountain down to Fort Bragg where they've got a boat launch and a marina, and we've also got beaches and that kind of activities too. You can see some boats down here. I think the boat launch is in this area somewhere, and could launch out of there, and I could go fishing. And if you like, you know, diving for abalone or you know exploring some of these coves and stuff, that's not very far away from the place either. And it looks like a beautiful drive through the mountains on the way. It's all state forest. So there's probably lots of hiking trails and things to see. You know, take the dog and go on nice long secluded hikes back into the mountains and woods. Beautiful forested hills here. Be fun to just explore whether you're interested in this land or not. I mean, just go see that part of the world. So I've got some lot lines pulled up here. This is Land Academy's software, and I'll see if it cleans up. So here's Blue Lake Road, and here's their version of the lot line. I think it's shifted a little bit. I think it should actually be south a little bit more, not cutting the driveway. I think it's more, you know, down here a little bit, maybe this cut off or something. But you get the idea of where this lot is. There's pins. The lots are pinned in this neighborhood, so you can go see the pins. They're older pins, but they should be there. You should be able to find them and see the notes. And you can see there's a power line right here. Here's another one here. I mean, it goes down this road, and I missed it in the last one. I was going to do a street view. So let's zoom in, do street view, see if we can see the power lines, see the neighbor's driveway, see if we can see the lot lines of this property from the street, maybe kind of tell where it's at. I think there's street view here. Okay, where am I? I think this is the property here, and that's the neighbor's driveway. Right? So north, let's go back and try again. Is that on the wrong street? I think I might have been on the side street. Okay, so here's the neighbor's driveway. There's the property. There's a stormwater pipe right there. So let's take a look at the neighbor's turnoff. He's got his water box here where the water hooks into where he's tapped into the water line. He's got his mailbox out front, so the mail delivers here. That's nice to know. He's got his truck parked there. He's got his driveway going back down to the house. So on this side of the driveway would be the property. So it's going to be this woods in here. Can't see it much. It's a little tough to dirt there. You could push through for a driveway. That wouldn't be that much of a problem. The street view is just skipping on me. It's trying to take me up this other street. So It's right in here. It's on a hill. Like everything in this neighborhood's basically on some sort of a hill. So there's a hill there. And it looks like it's comes in, but it looks like this guy weaves around. So you'd be down in here and he'd be weaving around behind. So it's nestled in the trees there. Like it's this area here. So I don't think it's that much of a hill. There's a little bluff here, it goes down a little bit and it flattens out. Maybe the water kind of heads that direction. So he's got a driveway there, so it can't even be that much water going through there, if any. A little bit of rain, good for the garden. So you can see it from that angle. So over here, you see it's a flat. You might possibly be able to knock some trees and get a view out there. It looks like he's got it set up perched for a good view. So you'd have to get in there and see what you think about the view, but you might be able to get a view going back out over the valleys. You're not on the top of the peak, but you're not at the bottom either. You're on the side looking out. You'd probably want to get the house as far back in that lot as you could to get the best view. You'd have to really go there and walk it to tell. You can tell there's a bunch of topography in the area, and this street's perched up on top, and people are trying to take advantage of the views off into different valleys, green valleys, trees in different directions. You really got to go see it, go look at it and see. We got a half dozen of them in the neighborhood right now to choose from too, so if you're going to look at one, go look at a bunch. Here's the lot lines of the neighbors. Okay, so there's the property. I'm gonna turn my face back on there and say thanks for listening, thanks for watching. If you're interested in this one, there's a link down below. You can click on that. It'll take you to it on my website, where you can click on the link to get driving directions, or click on the buy it now to buy it and make it yours. All the fees included. $334 a month for 24 months. Just cheap, easy land, easy cheap land. Luke Smith, RuralVacantLand.com. Thank you.